Hey guys, this is Des. Thanks so much for joining me today. And welcome to all my new subscribers. Thanks so much for signing on with me. I do appreciate it. Today I'm talking to you about achieving a neutral shimmer glowy look for the summer. But this time I'm not going to talk about any MAC products because I got a few messages in my message box asking me to focus on products that are a little cheaper than MAC. Because as we all know, once we go to the website, we see these colors and we love them, and then we go to the website and the colors are $14 per pan or per container. And you guys tell me, well, that's a little too much for you guys. And so I figured that with every 2 shadows you buy from MAC, that can cost you upward $28 and more if you buy more. I could recommend a palette from Coastal Scent, or 2 palettes rather, from Coastal Scent that I use on myself. I've used on my clients. I like the colors. They're highly pigmented. And I'm just going to show you what I have. I have 2 palettes here. And I'm going to start with this one. And let me just show you guys. These are the Coastal Scent palettes. I bought these palettes maybe early last year. In January or February. So these palettes don't have the Coastal Scent name on the packaging, so that's why it's not there now. I believe when you order yours now, you will say Coastal Scent on it, and that's great because you like to know where you get your products from instead of having a blank generic product. But since I only buy Coastal Scent palettes like these, I know these are Coastal Scent. I don't buy any others. So inside this palette, I'm going to just share with you this palette right here. This is called the 26 Shadow Blush Combo Palette. And this has 21, all down here, the smaller shadows are your eyeshadows. And then you have 5 beautiful colors here at the top. And this palette costs $19.95. And as you can see, this palette has no mirror. But you don't need a mirror, guys, when you're using this palette, because I do recommend with your eyeshadows, when you're applying eyeshadows, that you use a handheld mirror, and hopefully it's magnified. You need to use a magnified mirror so that you can see what you're doing and where you're going wrong when you're applying shadow. So let's look at this again. Here we have a deep burgundy color here, and this is good for darker skin tones. Now guys, let me just say this to you, and I'm going to go on the record in saying this, that I believe that these 2 palettes that I'm going to show you today will suit every skin tone. I don't believe there's any color range that these 2 palettes I'm going to show you today won't suit. So as you can see here, these colors, this color here and this, especially this one here, will represent the darker skin tones like my complexion and darker. And then here it's a nice lighter one, and a very pale, this is like a peachy pink. It's really pale, and this blush will definitely suit the fairest of skin tones. And again, look down at these colors, guys. You have colors from pinks to peach to taupes to nude colors. And when we talk about nude colors, we're talking about colors that match your skin tone, that look like it's skin. So that's a nude color. And I think we have a great representation here in this palette of what could be called nude colors. Some of my favorite colors in this palette is this one right here. I love this color. And I love this one right here. I love the colors that match my skin tone, that are just sort of pink, orangey or salmon in color. I think those colors look best on my skin tone. I believe when you buy a palette like this, you'll be able to identify which colors look best on you because you have so much to play with. And so I encourage you guys to do that. If you buy, whether it's a Coastal Scent palette or a palette from BH Cosmetics, I definitely want you to experiment with the colors to find out which ones you like best. You definitely can apply these colors heavy, or you can apply them very lightly. They're very pigmented. I will show you right here. Let's take this one right here. These colors are so pigmented. I'm going to put this color, I'm going to put this on my hand so you guys can see this on my skin. Okay, because that's how we see shadows on our skin, right? Look at that. And that was this color right here, guys. Look at that. Very, very pigmented. Let me do another color for you. I'll pick up another color that I think looks really pretty on my skin tone. I said it looks like a salmon-y color, and I love that color a lot. This is one of the colors I identified that I love a lot. And this is it right here, guys. Can you see it? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Aren't these colors nice? And again, they are pigmented. And I applied this color very heavy, but it doesn't look really heavy. And then also, you can also just blend it down a little bit, because you don't have to wear your shadows that heavy and dark. Not if you don't want to. I like to sometimes, especially the colors like the blues. But I'm not going to see any blues today, guys. So again, let me just hold it up for you and tell you that this is the 26 Shadow Blush Combo Palette. It's $19.95, and you can pick this up at coastalscent.com. And I definitely will have the link below for you guys. And guys, just for the record, I don't work for Coastal Scent. I wish I did. I could play with all those shadows. But I don't work for Coastal Scent, and they didn't pay me to do this review. This is my own personal review. I've used these products for a year and a half now. I love these products, and I do recommend them. The next eyeshadow palette is called the 28-piece eyeshadow neutral palette, and this is just a palette that has a shade of different colors, I should say, of light taupes and dark taupes, medium taupes, dark browns. I love this palette because look at those colors. Again, guys, I go on the record to say that I believe that this palette suits every skin color, from the fairest to the darkest of browns. I've used this palette on many different skin types. This is a great neutral palette, and as you can see, we have a few colors that are very light in color, and you can use these colors definitely in your brow area. You can use some of these colors on your lid. Again, here, if you want just a little bit of brown in a crease, just to soften out your crease, you can use these colors here. And then here on the end, this is a matte black right here. You can use this to smoke out any eye color. You can use this black as a liner also. You definitely can use that as a liner. And here's a nice dark brown. This is a shimmer, guys. I should say that this is a shimmer and matte palette. So you have a combination of matte colors, meaning no shimmer, to a shimmer look. This is low shimmer. This is not glittery. Both these palettes, the shadows are tight. And when I mean tight, I mean they don't fly away onto your eyelash. There's not a lot of fallout because these are just matte, and they're milled very finely, so you don't get a lot of loose dusting all over the place. Here's a beautiful brown right here, guys. This is a shimmer brown, as you can see, but it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous all over the lid, especially if you're a darker skin tone. If you're medium skin tone like myself, this is a beautiful color on the lid. If you are lighter than I am, if you dust just a light application of this color on your lid, this will be beautiful on your complexion. These are the two palettes that I recommend. And again, guys, this is the 28-piece eyeshadow neutral palette. It is $18.95 from Coastal Scent. Could you imagine if you bought 2 MAC eyeshadows? They would probably cost you about the same price as one palette. So if you're interested in that, I do recommend that for you. Also, I do recommend that you guys invest, not a lot of money, of course, because I'm going to show you a few things that I use that I like a lot. In these products, I do recommend eye primers. Eye primers help your eyeshadows to stay on your skin. It sticks on your eye. It stays on for hours and hours. There's very little fading that goes on when you use an eye primer. And I'm going to show you which primers that I use that I do recommend. I do use and recommend the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. That's your eye primer. You apply your eye primer first, and you blend it in with your finger or with your brush, and then you apply your shadow. The next eye primer that I use and recommend is the Urban Decay. That little genie bottle, you guys have seen this up and down the tube. Urban Decay Primer Potion. It works really well. The next and last eye primer. Oh, guys, let me just say this. Let me just back up. These two products you can get from Sephora's. I will definitely leave a link to that below, sephoras.com. And my last eye primer that I use this and I do recommend it is the L'Oreal Decrease. L'Oreal makes a great eye primer. This is what it looks like. This is it in the tube. I got this from the drugstore, guys. You can get this from the drugstore. This is under $7. This is the most economical of the three that I'm showing you, and it works really well. It has a sponge tip applicator. The product goes on, and just like that with the applicator, and then you take and you just blend it down, and it leaves just an opaque sort of color on the lid, and then you apply your shadow directly on top of it, and your shadows won't wear away very quickly. You'll have your eyeshadows on during the middle of the day. You don't have to do a lot of touch-ups when you use eye primers. And again, like I said, check those out, guys. So I think that's it, guys. I think I did that probably record time. So don't forget to, again, to look into the Coastal Scent palettes. They're very, very economical, and they are beautiful, and they're highly pigmented. Guys, my look is by Coastal Scent. Let me just say that my eye look. This is I think this is like a medium blue from the Coastal Scent Shimmer palette. I have that on today, and my hair is by Vanessa Express Weave, and I will leave the link and the information for you down below. And I think that's all I have for you right now. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. Take care. If you have any comments, definitely I do welcome you to leave them on the comment box below. And with that said, you take care and you be well, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.